Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Going to be covering some gaming projects in this video and my price targets for them, my profit taking strategies for each of these coins. There's 8 of them that I want to cover in this video, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, so I'm going to be going over 8 different gaming coins that I've reviewed and I've done a lot of research into and previous price targets on similar coins and stuff that I want to go over what I'll be doing personally for profit taking strategy on these coins. Now, you guys do what you want to do. You guys cash out at your own price predictions, your own profit taking strategies. These are my personal profit taking prices. You guys can love it, you guys can hate it. That's up to you. I'm just going to share with you guys what my plans are at this time. Now, some of these I've adjusted a little bit since last year just because of the more coins coming into circulation and stuff like that since I originally did my price predictions on them. But I wanted to go over these with you guys because I've had a lot of people ask me about these gaming coins and what my price predictions are for them and my profit taking prices. So I'll share that with you guys. Now, you guys do what you want, okay? If you guys think these are too conservative, you guys can increase the prices if you want. If you think that I'm overboard, you guys can decrease the price and take it out sooner if you want. The biggest thing I stress to you guys is to don't wait for any magic number to take out your profits. Start taking it out in increments on the way up, even if it's 10%, 20%, whatever, 5%. Doesn't matter. Start taking some out on the way up, and make sure you leave some in for a moon bag in case they really go absolutely crazy, because in crypto you just never know what's going to happen. So let's jump into it here. First one I got here is Gfal, Games for a Living, but it's currently at 3 cents. Now, my original price predictions on this one were a little bit higher, but there's been a lot more coins coming into circulation. Right now, fully diluted valuation is 300 million. Market cap's at 49 million. So I've adjusted my price prediction on this just a little bit to kind of adapt for that circulating supply and with how many other gaming coins that have come out with this one. But I'm holding my Gfal. I haven't sold any of it. I think it's going to do fantastic. And I might be a little low on this price prediction, and I can always adjust it a little bit later on if I need to. So let's jump into that here. So this is my profit taking spreadsheet on Gfal. I've got 100,000 Gfal tokens. Some of these coins I don't actually hold, but I know some of the people in my Discord and Telegram definitely hold all of these. So I wanted to go over that for you guys, and I know a lot of people that watch my videos hold most of these as well. So first 10%, I would plan on taking out around that 14-cent level, which is not quite a 5x from its current price. That's going to put it somewhere around 225 million, maybe 250 million, depending on when it hits this price or so, just depending on the circulating supply, because they do have more coins coming into circulation. So I need to change this here from profit realized, because this is not the actual profit realized. I guess they could just say the value realized really is what this is. It's really more of like a value realized if you sold at this price. So if you sold 10% of these 10,000 tokens at 14 cents, you get about 1,400. And it's not quite my initial, and it is about pretty close to my initial investment. I think I put in about $1,400 because I got these pretty cheap. So this will vary for you based on when you bought it. You may want to take out 20 or 30% of it and sell it to get your initial investment out. That's the main thing. Then you're riding on all profit. So when I say take out my initial investment, that's from the price when I bought it for, or when I first started talking about it on my channel. Now you can adjust this based off of what price you paid for it, because you may have just purchased this and it's going to take to get up to 30 cents before you take out 10% to get your initial investment out. That's up to you. You could always, if you bought it at 3 cents, you could always sell 20% of it at I guess that would be like a 5x, so around 15 cents. You could take out 20% of it. So that's what you could do to get your initial investment out. And then I'd sell another 20% of this initial 100,000, so about 20,000 coins at 24 cents. And I'd get $4,800 after that. So technically, after this getting my initial investment out, this would all be profit realized these last 4. So I could change this calculator just to calculate up these last 5 slots here for profit realized, but either way, it is what it is. It's going to be close to that. So then my next price target would be, I plan on being around 34 cents, and then 44 cents, and then 54 cents for my last 20%. That'll be 10,800. And then my last 10% I leave in as a moon bag, and I probably take that out around 74 cents. Now this isn't a perfect world, guys, and I can't guarantee any of these prices, so you got to kind of keep that in mind. These are not guaranteed. These are my personal profit taking estimates. This is not financial advice. Crypto is risky and any asset can go to zero, so keep that in mind. Let's get that out there up front. The next one I want to jump into here is Mira. You guys know I've covered Mira since forever. I bought it at 1.5 tenths of a penny. It's now up to almost 1 penny. And if we go to the sheet here, you know, if you had 500,000 Mira coins, I have more than that. But if you had 500,000 Mira coins and you sold 10% of them, so 50,000 coins, at around 4 cents would be my first price target for this one. 3 to 4 cents, somewhere in there, you get about $2,000. So that would be more than my initial investment. So all this would be profit after that for me. It depends on what price you bought Mira at. I'd take out another 20% around 9 cents. So that's, you know, 100,000 tokens. I'd take out around 9 cents, so that'd be $9,000. I'd take out another 20% at 14 cents for 14,000. Another 20% at 24 cents, and 20% at 29 cents before that 30-cent mark. And then I'd probably let this last 10% ride another 50,000 coins till it reached around that 44-cent range. It's a little bit possible it could go higher than that, but it's not likely. So total estimated value, if I sold these priced 500,000 coins at these prices, would be about $100,000, which is absolutely fantastic, because I would have initially paid only $700 for this many Mira tokens, because I got it right at the bottom, so I lucked out on that. But I was telling people out there last year, if you're not buying Mira at these prices, you are crazy. The next one I got here is LitLab. That's also at 3 cents at 17 million market cap. Now the fully diluted on this one is 100 million, so depends on how many coins come in circulation. This one could be diluted a little bit, but I'll show you my price targets on LitLab. Currently, if I had 100,000 tokens, and I sold my LitLab a long time ago, and I put it into some other investments, some private sale investments, some seed round investments. But I was up like 8x on it, so I just decided to sell it. It was a short-term trade for me. But I would, if I was keeping it long-term, I would sell my initial 10% around 9 cents, which is about a 3x from its current price. Another 20% around 14 cents. Another 20% around 24 cents. And then 44 cents, 64 cents, and 89 cents. I'm going to try to speed through these so this video isn't too long, because I'm already pushing the time limit on here. But this would be around $39,000. So that's some really good profit depending on how much you put into LitLab. The next one I got here is Citus or Citus. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's currently at about half a penny. So for Citus, I would start taking out profits around 2 cents, maybe 1.5 to 2 cents, and get out. That's if you've had 500,000 Citus coins, you'd get about $1,000. Then 20% at 4 cents, 7 cents, 12 cents, 14 cents, 19 cents, and if your total here, if you cashed out, 10%, then 20%, then 20%, then 20%, 20%, and then your last 10%, so 50,000 coins would be left here at the 10% mark. Your total value on that would be about $47,500 approximately. And as a quick reminder, guys, don't forget to check out the Galaxis engines. They're still $777, but there's almost 6,000 of them sold now, so they're selling pretty quick. They're selling, a few hundred a day or so right now. I think in the last 2 days they've sold almost 1,000. So they're going to start going quick, and once they get up to 10,000, this price is going to jump up to 1,000 USDT. So keep that in mind. I've got a few videos on Galaxis if you want to go back and check those, but you just need 777 USDT currently on the Polygon network, the Polygon chain, and then you need a little bit of Polygon Matic for gas, like 0.1 or less. They'll be generating tokens for you every day, and you don't need to use any software like the other nodes. like the Gala nodes and Mira nodes and stuff, you just buy it, it's in your wallet and you're done. That's it. That's all you got to do. And then it generates the tokens every day. And then once the project launches in a few months, I think it's the end of March, those tokens will be sent directly to your wallet, and you'll get all of the tokens that you've earned between now and the end of March. And then I think daily after that, you'll get them as well. So definitely check out Galaxis, guys. They're partnered with CoinMarketCap now in their incubator program, so that's massive for these guys. All right, let's jump back into these coins here. So the next one I got is Mora. Mora Games. This one's a new project. There's no VCs in this one, so actually I think they've eliminated the tax on this one recently, so you can buy it with no tax. They were using, I believe that's correct anyways, you might want to double check that. I believe they removed the tax on it because they were using that to generate some revenue for the project because they didn't have any VCs that invested in this one. So with Mora here, if you had 100,000 Mora coins, I've got like 165,000 Mora I think currently, and I would sell my first 10% around that 10-cent mark, maybe around 9 cents before it gets to that rounded number, and that would give me about $1,000 my initial investment out, and then I'm riding on all profit from there. So then I would sell another 20%, probably around the 19 to 24 cent range. I might adjust this a little bit depending on how the project's doing and what kind of partnerships they get, but that would get out about $4,800, and then another 20% around 39 cents, which would be $7,800. Another 20% around 49 cents for 9,800. 20% around 74 cents, and then leave a little moon bag in case it were to get up to $1 on this one. I might tweak this a little bit depending on how it's doing between now and the end of 2024, so kind of keep that in mind, but that would be about $48,000. Really depends on what kind of partnerships Mora gets from here, between here and then, and what kind of funding they get, so that's going to be a big part of it. The next one I got on here is IMX, Immutable X. This one's pretty safe gaming play. It's higher market cap, around $4 billion currently. This one's pretty safe to have in your portfolio. It's going to still really do well and keep your portfolio up in case some of your other gaming plays don't do that well. So you're not going to get the big returns out of IMX, but it's still going to do really well because it's the platform that a lot of gaming projects are using. If we go to my price predictions here on this one, if you had about 5,000 IMX tokens, you can adjust this, guys, however you want. If you only have 500 IMX tokens, that's your budget, that's fine, and depending on how cheap you got these, because this was under $1 not too long ago, so you could have gotten 5,000 IMX tokens for around, I think, $4,000 pretty easily a few months ago. So, but that's still maybe over some people's budget. You just adjust this based off from your budget and how many coins you can afford. It's no big deal. So just keep that in mind. But I would sell my first 10% on this one around the $3.90 mark, 20% around $4.90 before the rounded numbers, 20% around $5.90, and then again at $6.90 and $7.90, and then leave a little moon bag in case it got up to like $8.90. So that's pretty high for this one. So, but you could potentially get maybe $32,000 realized value on that. It wouldn't be all profit because you invested depending on what price you picked it up at. The next one I got on here is Mcade. Mcade's the token, currently at just under 1 penny. This one I have quite a few of. I was in the pre-sale and I've been staking it and earning more tokens. So I think with all the staking pools I've done and everything, I'll have like 400,000 Mcade tokens by the time that's all said and done. So if you look at my price targets for Mcade, if you had 200,000 coins, and my first price target on this one would be around 19 cents. Might adjust this a little bit. I might take out some around between 9 and 14 cents depending on how it's doing and what kind of, but they are adding a lot of good partnerships and they are part of Neo Tokyo. So I might adjust this a little bit because I have 400,000 tokens. I really don't need to be so greedy on these prices. I could probably do a little bit less than this and decrease these a little bit and plan on selling all of mine out before it hit that 50-cent mark, just to be safe on it, and I'd still have fantastic returns. So, if I did 9 cents for my first target here, and then 14 cents, if I just adjusted this a little bit, and then 19 cents, 24, 34. And if I left a little moon bag in here, so for me, if I put in my 400,000 Mcade tokens, you know, that's still $96,000 if I were to adjust it that much. So I might do that personally, just to be on the safer side, because I don't need to get such huge gains out of it with how many tokens I have. And I think it's going to hit this 49-cent mark, you know, in this bull run, but there's always a chance it might not. You know, my high-end price target for this one is around $1, but I want to be safe and take out my profits early on some of these coins just to make sure I'm capturing some good returns. I don't need the 50 or 100 X's on a lot of these. So you can do what you want, but this would kind of be my personal profit-taking strategy with this one right now, and I may adjust this if there's some big announcements and bigger partnerships coming up that, you know, we're not aware of yet, and depending on how they're doing by 2025. The next one I got here is Alumia, currently at 2 cents. I purchased this one, I think like under 1 penny or something. I have to double check on it. I think around one cent is when I picked up my Alumia, or slightly under that. Might have been 7 or 8 tenths of a penny, but I picked it up fairly cheap. I picked it up down in here somewhere, and then it did shoot up to over 4 cents. I thought about taking some profits out on it, but I didn't. Then it came all the way down to like just over 1 penny again, and then starting to take off again. So Alumia, let's take a look at that one here. So 200,000 Alumia tokens. I have approximately that much. I would take out my first chunk around 19 cents, and then I'd likely take out another 20, you know, that'd be 10%. That'd be more than my initial investment. And then I'd probably sell 20% around the 24-cent mark, another 20% around the 34-cent mark. You know, and this is of the initial 200,000 coins, so that'd be 40,000 coins that I'd be selling at each of these. And then 44 cents, 54 cents, and I'd sell my last 10,000 or 10%, which would be 20,000 coins, around that 74-cent mark. And I'd get about $81,000 out of my Alumia if everything goes as planned in a perfect world. You just don't know what crypto is going to do. So that's kind of my profit-taking strategy for these coins, these 8 gaming coins. I know there's a bunch of other ones I didn't cover in this video, but the video is already longer than most people can stand to watch. So I don't want to do all of them in one video, but I could do some more later on. But these are the main ones that I'm holding. I'm still holding some other gaming coins that I didn't cover in this video. But again, I appreciate every single one of you out there who watch my videos. If you have any questions or concerns or anything, hit me up in the comment section below. I'll respond to you if I see your comment. I'll typically respond to you. I don't always see every single comment because YouTube's kind of dumb, and some comments they don't notify me of or show certain comments, but it is what it is. I respond to as many as I can. Otherwise, you can always jump in Telegram and hit me up in there as well. But really appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you on the next video.